What up, y'all? It's Queenzflip. Make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on, put it on all so you get notified when I upload or when I go live. Things are not looking too good. Things are not looking too good, and let me take my time with this because I want you to understand and feel me. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. I don't want to sound like a guy that don't care about his society. But we can't intertwine or mix the fact of a career choice with humanity. We feel like because of your career choice, you're not able to speak about these things, but I'm going to talk about it. I saw a video of about 10 kids from Chicago with they said about 20 or 30 sticks on them. I mean, I seen AKs, 9s, all that on them. Teenagers. Our youth. Now, of course, we're going to blame the music, right? Because the whole new drill thing where you hit down the op and you rap about it, it's the new wave. We're going to blame the youth. No, the music. And I thought to myself, like, what if my son would have went into that gym, would have wanted to play basketball because we've been in the area or we've been in Chicago a lot. Man, I know a couple of people. Stack used to live there when he was signed to Lupe. I used to go to Chicago when I was younger. Well, what if my son would have went there and wanted to play basketball and he would have looked wrong and had the wrong thing on or something like that? What would have happened? It came to my mind. My son is 17 and I started to feel sad. I started to feel sad that these kids are going down a different route and they walking our generation of kids have to feel they got to protect themselves. I start to feel sad because some other children may lose their life. I start to feel sad because in my mind, it's like, where do they get these from now? We know that children cannot walk or teenagers cannot walk and buy sticks unless it's a black market thing, unless it's some old school old head who try to live his second life, who put these things in these kids' mind, who want these kids to do all these things and handing out pistols. Unless it's that video where the government dropped a bag of weapons in the street, but we know kids can't go in the store and buy those. We know kids can't go in the store and buy those. What I mean, when you 21 or older. Let me tell you who I blame. I blame the old head that want to live his second life that's providing these to the kids. Washed up, missing teeth, wearing a Kango with wallabies, with a pair of True Religions on and a button-down Coogee shirt. I blame the young parents. Parents about 28, 29, 30, with teenagers trying to live a life and trying to be in tune with the street to sort of rep this invisible culture of street ethics and code. Who co-sign these things? I mean, mothers and fathers are losing children. We mean brothers and sisters are losing siblings. This is what's happening, and what can you say? It's sad to see that. I'm going to show you the video.
We not even gonna play like that for no grade. Y'all see them killers in here? Hey, stop playing with my shorties. Hey, look, I know how y'all coming, shorty. What's that word, man? It's about 100 glickers in this bitch.
It's sad to see that. I could blame the government but for not putting more outreach programs in the communities, for allowing the communities to go hungry and to fight for these type of things. I could blame the government for that. I can also blame the police. Where's the police? Instead of killing the black man, why are you not in the community trying to defuse the situation? You know why? Because I realized that when I study and understand that they are fine with these young kids taking each other out. Now, if it was a city like New York or city like everywhere else, and there'll be some siren, martial law and all that crazy stuff, and not saying that we want that, but what about Chicago? Chicago's a beautiful city. Chicago is a lengthy, great city. Why are we seeing this? It's a new wave. You want to out there killing black men, but you don't want to be out there serving your community. We could look at it from that perspective. Let me take it a little deeper. They want to add on to the black on black genocide. They want the kids to take each other out so they could soup in. We seen it before. We heard about it before. We read it in these books. These things are these infrastructures that put together where they consider us the enemy. So let them take each other out and we'll pick on the last surviving ones. But they don't understand that this is a cycle. It's going to keep going on. What happened to the mayor out there? I rock with Jojo Capone, and Jojo Capone did a blog and said that he don't feel like people should talk about Chicago when they're not from there. And Jojo Capone been standing up for Chicago and doing the best that he can. There's a lot of other guys that slipped my mind, but I know YP, I know Big T, and I'm not going down on the city. I'm talking about why things are not put together to fix the situation, to eradicate the sticks on the street. These are young kids. So they can rap about it. Why? I don't know why. Do you know why? It's all funny, all fun and games. We laugh about it. We entertain about it. Some of us used it for media gain to talk about the situation. Some of us use the media gain to watch kids hurt each other's kids just to be in the media. We've seen it before. 20 to 30 weapons in a basketball court. Little kids. That's how they living? Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all ain't gonna want to hear this. You young parents that want their kids to hold it down, that co-sign the gangsters. Why you don't want to send them to war to fight? Why you don't put them to fight the opposition? Why you don't put them to fight our true enemy? Why don't you come together and sit them down together and say, nah, we ain't doing that? I mean, it's easier said than done. A lot of us ain't going out there doing things except for the people that's out there. But we need to, because the youngest going to listen if it's worth listening to. Why not take the people in prison? Since the police don't want to do their job, take the people in prison out of prison. The OGs that did 30, 40 years so they can come and relate to the kids who they listen to and look up to. They don't want to save the city. They want that city to be portrayed as one of the worst cities in the world. They don't want to save that city. They want it to be portrayed like a Middle Eastern country that goes crazy. And some of those countries are beautiful. They just want it to be portrayed like that because we don't live there to see how beautiful Iraq or some of these countries are. They want to highlight the negativity. Remember the guy that sat there when his daughter got killed and he was shielded by his daughter and said his daughter is his angel because he didn't get killed, she did, and he put her body up on. You old, dusty, Kangol wearing, nasty, young, wannabe parents who's hyping the teens dusties, who don't have no form of future, who don't believe in the growth of the environment. You dirty, dirty scoundrel of policemen who don't want to help the youth and who want to feel like they mind their business to contribute to the black on black genocide. You remember this. No matter how much you want to avoid change, it'll eventually spill into your lane. Queens.